Little Bo-Peep. Little Bo-Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone, and they'll come home and bring their tails behind them. Little Bo-Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating. But when she awoke, she found it a joke, for still they all were fleeting. Then up she took her little crook, determined for to find them. She found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they'd left all their tails behind 'em. It happened one day, as Bo-Peep did stray unto a meadow hard by. There she espied their tails side by side, all hung on a tree to dry. She heaved a sigh and wiped her eye, and over the hillocks she raced, and tried what she could, as a shepherdess should, that each tail should be properly placed. Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where's the little boy that looks after the sheep? Under the haystack, fast asleep. Rain. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. The clock. There's a neat little clock, in the schoolroom it stands, and it points to the time with its two little hands. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright, with hands ever ready to do what is right. Winter. Cold and raw the north wind doth blow. Bleak in the morning early, all the hills are covered with snow, and winter's now come fairly. Fingers and toes. Every lady in this land has 20 nails upon each hand, 25 on hands and feet. All this is true without deceit. A seasonable song. Piping hot, smoking hot, what I've got, you have not. Hot gray piece, hot, 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 hot gray piece, hot. Dame Trot and her cat. Dame Trot and her cat led a peaceable life, when they were not troubled with other folks' strife. When Dame had her dinner, Pussy would wait, and was sure to receive a nice piece from her plate. 3 children on the ice. 3 children sliding on the ice upon a summer's day. As it fell out, they all fell in, the rest they ran away. Oh, had these children been at school, or sliding on dry ground, 10,000 pounds to 1 penny, they had not then been drowned. Ye parents who have children dear, and ye too who have none, if you would keep them safe abroad, pray keep them safe at home. Crosspatch. Crosspatch, draw the latch, sit by the fire and spin. Take a cup and drink it up, then call your neighbors in. The Old Woman Under a Hill. There was an old woman lived under a hill, and if she's not gone, she lives there still. Tweedle-Dum and Tweedle-Dee. Tweedle-Dum and Tweedle-Dee resolved to have a battle, for Tweedle-Dum said Tweedle-Dee had spoiled his nice new rattle. Just then flew by a monstrous crow, as big as a tar barrel, which frightened both the heroes so, they quite forgot their quarrel. Oh dear, 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 what can the matter be? 2 old women got up in an apple tree. One came down and the other stayed till Saturday. Old Mother Goose. Old Mother Goose, when she wanted to wander, would ride through the air on a very fine gander. Little Jumping Joan. Here am I, little Jumping Joan. When nobody's with me, I'm always alone. Pat-a-cake. Pat-a-cake, baker's man. So I do, master, as fast as I can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with T. Put it in the oven for Tommy and me. Money and the Mare. Lend me thy mare to ride a mile. She is lamed, leaping over a stile. Alack, and I must keep the fare. I'll give thee money for thy mare. Oh, oh, say you so? Money will make the mare to go. Robin Redbreast. Little Robin Redbreast sat upon a tree. Up went Pussycat, down went he. Down came Pussycat, away Robin ran. Says little Robin Redbreast, catch me if you can. Little Robin Redbreast jumped upon a spade. Pussycat jumped after him, and then he was afraid. Little Robin chirped and sang, and what did Pussy say? Pussycat said, mew, 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 and Robin flew away. A Melancholy Song. Trip upon trenchers and dance upon dishes. My mother sent me for some barm, some barm. She bid me go lightly and come again quickly, for fear the young men should do me some harm. Yet didn't you see what naughty tricks they put upon me? They broke my pitcher and spilt the water, and huffed my mother and chid her daughter, and kissed my sister instead of me. Jack. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick. Going to St. Ives. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks, every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kits, kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? 30 days hath September. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. February has 28 alone. All the rest have 31. Excepting leap year, that's the time when February's days are 29. Baby Dolly. Hush, baby, my dolly, I pray you don't cry, and I'll give you some bread and some milk by and by. Or perhaps you like custard, or maybe a tart. Then to either you're welcome with all my heart. Bees. A swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay. A swarm of bees in June is worth a silver spoon. A swarm of bees in July is not worth a fly. Come out to play. Girls and boys, come out to play. The moon doth shine as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep, and come with your playfellows into the street. Come with a whoop, come with a call, come with a good will or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall, a halfpenny roll will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have a pudding in half an hour. If wishes were horses. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. If turnips were watches, I would wear one by my side. And if ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no work for tinkers. To market. To market, to market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity-jig. To market, to buy a fat hog. Home again, jiggity-jog. To market, to buy a plum bun. Home again, market is done. Old chairs to mend. If I'd as much money as I could spend, I never would cry old chairs to mend. Old chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. I never would cry old chairs to mend. If I'd as much money as I could tell, I never would cry old clothes to sell. Old clothes to sell, old clothes to sell. I never would cry old clothes to sell. Robin and Richard. Robin and Richard were 2 pretty men. They lay in bed till the clock struck 10. Then up starts Robin and looks at the sky. "Oh, Brother Richard, the sun's very high. You go before with the bottle and bag, and I will come after on little Jack Nag." A Man and a Maid. There was a little man who wooed a little maid, and he said, "Little maid, will you wed, wed, wed? I have little more to say, so will you, yea or nay?" For least said is soonest med dead dead. The little maid replied, "Should I be your little bride? Pray what must we have for to eat, eat, eat? Will the flame that you're so rich in light a fire in the kitchen? Or the little god of love turn the spit, spit, spit?" Here goes my lord. Here goes my lord, a trot, a trot, a trot, a trot. Here goes my lady, a canter, a canter, a canter, a canter. Here goes my young master, jockey hitch, jockey hitch, jockey hitch, jockey hitch. Here goes my young miss, an amble, an amble, an amble, an amble. The footman lags behind to tipple ale and wine, and goes gallop, a gallop, a gallop, to make up his time. The Clever Hen. I had a little hen, the prettiest ever seen. She washed me the dishes and kept the house clean. She went to the mill to fetch me some flour. She brought it home in less than an hour. She baked me my bread, she brewed me my ale. She sat by the fire and told many a fine tale. Two birds. There were two birds sat on a stone. Fa-la-la-la-la-day. One flew away, and then there was one. Fa-la-la-la-la-day. The other bird flew after, and then there was none. Fa-la-la-la-la-day. And so the stone was left alone. Fa-la-la-la-la-day. Leg over leg. Leg over leg, as the dog went to Dover. When he came to a stile, jump he went over. Lucy Locket. Lucy Locket lost her pocket. Kitty Fisher found it. Nothing in it, but the binding round it. When Jenny Wren was young. 'Twas once upon a time, when Jenny Wren was young, so daintily she danced, and so prettily she sung. Robin Redbreast lost his heart, for he was a gallant bird. So he doffed his hat to Jenny Wren, requesting to be heard. "Oh, dearest Jenny Wren, if you will but be mine, you shall feed on cherry pie and drink new currant wine. I'll dress you like a goldfinch, or any peacock gay. So, dearest Jen, if you'll be mine, let us appoint the day." Jenny blushed behind her fan, and thus declared her mind. "Since, dearest Bob, I love you well, I'll take your offer kind. Cherry pie is very nice, and so is currant wine. But I must wear my plain brown gown, and never go too fine." Barber. Barber, barber, shave a pig. How many hairs will make a wig? 24, that's enough. Give the barber a pinch of snuff. The Flying Pig. Dickory, dickory, dare. The pig flew up in the air. A man in brown soon brought him down. Dickory, dickory, dare. Solomon Grundy. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. This is the end of Solomon Grundy. Hush-a-bye. Hush-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, bough, cradle, and all. Burnie B. Burnie B, Burnie B, tell me when your wedding be. If it be tomorrow day, take your wings and fly away. Three Wise Men of Gotham. 3 wise men of Gotham went to sea in a bowl. If the bowl had been stronger, my song had been longer. The Hunter of Reigate. A man went a-hunting at Reigate, and wished to leap over a high gate. Says the owner, "Go round with your gun and your hound, for you never shall leap over my gate." Little Polly Flinders. Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her, whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes. Ride away, ride away. Ride away, ride away, Johnny shall ride, and he shall have Pussycat tied to one side, and he shall have Little Dog tied to the other, and Johnny shall ride to see his grandmother. Pippen Hill. As I was going up Pippen Hill was dirty. There I met a pretty miss, and she dropped me a curtsy. "Little miss, pretty miss, blessings light upon you. If I had half a crown a day, I'd spend it all upon you." Pussycat and Queen. "Pussycat, Pussycat, where have you been?" "I've been to London to look at the Queen." "Pussycat, Pussycat, what did you do there?" "I frightened a little mouse under the chair." The Winds. Mr. East gave a feast. Mr. North laid the cloth. Mr. West did his best. Mr. South burnt his mouth, eating cold potato. Clap Handies. Clap, clap Handies, Mammy's wee ain't. Clap, clap Handies, Daddy's comin' hame. Hame till his bonny wee bit laddie. Clap, clap Handies, my wee ain't. Christmas. Christmas comes but once a year, and when it comes it brings good cheer. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, Elspeth, Betsy, and Bess. They all went together to seek a bird's nest. They found a bird's nest with 5 eggs in. They all took 1 and left 4 in. Just like me. I went up 1 pair of stairs. Just like me. I went up 2 pairs of stairs. Just like me. I went into a room. Just like me. I looked out of a window. Just like me. And there I saw a monkey, just like me. Play days. How many days has my baby to play? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Heigh-Ho, the Carrion Crow. A carrion crow sat on an oak. Fall-de-riddle, low-de-riddle, high-ding-do. Watching a tailor shape his cloak, sing Heigh-Ho, the Carrion Crow, fall-de-riddle, low-de-riddle, high-ding-do. Wife, bring me my old bent bow, fall-de-riddle, low-de-riddle, high-ding-do. That I may shoot yon carrion crow, sing Heigh-Ho, the Carrion Crow, fall-de-riddle, low-de-riddle, high-ding-do. The tailor he shot and missed his mark, fall-de-riddle, law-de-riddle, high-ding-do, and shot his own sow quite through the heart. Sing Heigh-Ho, the Carrion Crow, fall-de-riddle, law-de-riddle, high-ding-do. Wife, bring brandy in a spoon, fall-de-riddle, law-de-riddle, high-ding-do. For our old sow is in a swoon. Sing Heigh-Ho, the Carrion Crow, fall-de-riddle, law-de-riddle, high-ding-do. ABC. Great A, little A, bouncing B. The cat's in the cupboard and can't see me. A needle and thread. Old Mother Twitchit had but 1 eye, and a long tail which she let fly, and every time she went through a gap, a bit of her tail she left in a trap. Banbury Cross. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see an old lady upon a white horse. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes. The man in our town. There was a man in our town, and he was wondrous wise. He jumped into a bramble bush and scratched out both his eyes. But when he saw his eyes were out, with all his might and main, he jumped into another bush and scratched them in again. Georgie Porgy. Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. For every evil under the sun, there is a remedy, or there is none. If there be one, seek till you find it. If there be none, never mind it. Cushy cow. Cushy cow bonny, let down thy milk, and I will give thee a gown of silk, a gown of silk and a silver tea, if thou wilt let down thy milk to me. Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock, "Are the children in their beds? Now it's 8 o'clock." About the bush. About the bush, Willie, about the beehive, about the bush, Willie, I'll meet thee alive. Seesaw. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, sold her bed and lay upon straw. Robin-A-Bobbin. Robin-A-Bobbin bent his bow, shot at a pigeon, and killed a crow. John Smith. Is John Smith within? Yes, that he is. Can he set a shoe? Aye, marry too. Here a nail, there a nail, tic-tac-toe. Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Let me taste your ware." Says the pieman to Simple Simon, "Show me first your penny." Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Indeed I have not any." Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he could find was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look if plums grew on a thistle. He pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. He went to catch a dicky bird, and thought he could not fail, because he had a little salt to put upon its tail. He went for water with a sieve, but soon it ran all through. And now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? 5 toes. This little pig went to market. This little pig stayed home. This little pig had roast beef. This little pig had none. This little pig said, "Wee, wee, I can't find my way home." A little man. There was a little man, and he had a little gun, and his bullets were made of lead, lead, lead. He went to the brook and saw a little duck, and shot it right through the head, head, head. He carried it home to his old wife Joan, and bade her a fire to make. To roast the little duck he had shot in the brook, and he'd go and fetch the drake. The drake was a-swimming with his curly tail. The little man made it his mark. He let off his gun, but he fired too soon, and the drake flew away with a quack, quack, quack. Dr. Foster. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle up to his middle, and went there never again. Diddle-Diddle Dumpling. Diddle-Diddle Dumpling, my son John, went to bed with his breeches on. One stocking off and one stocking on. Diddle-Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall, he was so small, a rat could eat him, hat and all. Lengthening days. As the days grow longer, the storms grow stronger. The Black Hen. Hickety-pickety, my black hen. She lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. The Mist. A hill full, a hole full, yet you cannot catch a bowl full. A Candle. Little Nanny Etticoat, in a white petticoat, and a red nose. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating of curds and whey. There came a big spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Curly Locks. Curly Locks, Curly Locks, wilt thou be mine? Thou shalt not wash the dishes, nor yet feed the swine, but sit on a cushion and sew a fine seam, and feed upon strawberries, sugar, and cream. Humpty-Dumpty. Humpty-Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty-Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men cannot put Humpty-Dumpty together again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? The little one upon the right. The Dove and the Wren. The dove says, "Coo, coo, what shall I do? I can scarce maintain 2. Pooh, pooh, says the wren, I've got 10, and keep them all like gentlemen. Master I have, and I am his man, gallop a dreary dun. Master I have, and I am his man, and I'll get a wife as fast as I can. With a highly-gaily gambarally, higgledy-diggledy, niggledy-niggledy, gallop a dreary dun. Pins. See a pin and pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. See a pin and let it lay. Bad luck you'll have all the day. Shall we go a-shearing? Old woman, shall we go a-shearing? Speak a little louder, sir, I am very thick of hearing. Old woman, shall I kiss you dearly? Thank you, kind sir, I hear you very clearly. Goosey-Goosey gander. Goosey-Goosey gander, whither dost thou wander? Upstairs and downstairs, and in my lady's chamber. There I met an old man who wouldn't say his prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs. Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread. When in she came back, the dog was dead. She went to the undertaker's to buy him a coffin. When she got back, the dog was a-laughing. She took a clean dish to give him some tripe. When she came back, he was smoking a pipe. She went to the alehouse to get him some beer. When she came back, the dog sat in a chair. She went to the tavern for white wine and red. When she came back, the dog stood on his head. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat. When she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig. When she came back, he was a-dancing a jig. She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit. When she came back, he was playing the flute. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat. When she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes. When she came back, he was reading the news. She went to the sempster's to buy him some linen. When she came back, the dog was a-spinning. She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose. When she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. The dame made a curtsy. The dog made a bow. The dame said, "Your servant." The dog said, "Bow wow."